Ceremony here at the Azusa Monastery. Today, Sunday, July 12th, marks our first annual event of this sacred course. At this time, we would like to respectfully invite our most reverend Sangha's members to ascend to the stage and then they take their seats.
Dhamma Azusa What for peace yaro myahu Kobu puzo wene Chausa Dhamma Zedi puzo wegu Chavala jare Ya alogo Sei chanda Koi jama jibi Jesu bade Uzo Dhamma Garwa piu Noko seta bade Kini Chunana tu Kojo Bihaga Akana Mubi Samya Bima Chibare Saromia Pipima Pibare
At this time, we would like to respectfully invite our most reverend Sangha's members to ascend to the stage and take their seats. Please practice noble silence and that would be much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Yaku Azusa Chao Siaro Tibiga Siaro Pobo Nyama Siaro Ramana Kuna Siaro Paññakāra Venerable Ashin Paññakāra Paññakāra Alo, say so again. Good, you do Java. If you know a cell phone, you could have an out by silent pillow cover.
Saromia Choyogabadi Kanya Tusi Chip Udui Bijavaye Jisi Jumita Yakana Bari U.S.A. de Seattle, Walk for Peace, Seattle, Paññakāra, Ashin Paññakāra Pibare, Seattle Noka, Seattle, Seattle Pibit, U.S.A. Buddha, Seattle Pibare, Noka, Shipuku, Seattle Pibare, Seattle Noka, Azusa Jongo, Seattle, Shipuku, Pibare, Noka, I Palavaro, Seattle, Tipica Seattle, Shuizen Seattle, Shingadamala, Ningaya Pipare, now we are Zuja Seattle Nyanga Bio. I Palajan Pipare, now.
မင်္ဂလာနဲ့ခင်ပါမယ်ကျော်လာကြတော့ဆရာတော်တန်ဃာတော်ရှိသူများများနဲ့တကွာအပိကပေါင်းစိတ်ချမ်းသာခြင်းကိုယ်ကြီးချမ်းသာခြင်းပြည့်စုံပါစေဥစွာပထမဘာဝပြုလောက်ခွန်ဆက်တာပါတယ်ဒီနေ့ကျွန်တော်များမနတတတုံးချင်ရစ်ဆိုပြန်ကြတော့ဒီအခမ်းအနားကိုကျင်းပမှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်
နမောတတ္တဘဂဝတောအရဟတောသမ္မာသမ္ဗုဒ္ဓတ္တနမောတတ္တဘဂဝတောအရဟတောသမ္မာသမ္ဗုဒ္ဓတ္တနမောတတ္တဘဂဝတောအရဟတောသမ္မာသမ္ဗုဒ္ဓတ္တ
ဒီခုဆက်လက်ပြီးကျွန်တော်ဝေလာအဇူစာကျောင်းဆရာတော်ဥဒကမလောကဆက်စကားပြောကြားပြီးတော့ဘုရားရဲ့ဒီသာတော်ဖြင့်ရှောင်းထားအပ်ပါပြီဗျာ
အများသိကြတဲ့အတိုင်းဒီဘက်ဆရာတော်ကတော့ဝါဖောပိဆရာတော်အရှင်ပညာကာရဖြစ်ပါတယ်သက်ဆက်ပြည်နယ်ဘဝမြို့ဝန်တော်ဝိပဿနာစင်တာမှာဆရာတော်ဝါဖောပိဆရာတော်ပါသက်ဆက်ပြည်နယ်ဘဝမြို့မှာဝါစနာဒီလမ်းလျှောက်ခဲတဲ့တော့ဘဝဆရာတော်ကောင်းဆောင်ဆရာတော်အရှင်ပညာကာရဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဒီဘက်လေကတော့ရှင်ပညာကာရရဲ့ဆရာဝန်တော်ဝိပဿနာစင်တာရဲ့ဒီပတိအကြံနိုင်ဆရာတော်အရှင်ဂုဏအရှင်ဒရဏဂုဏဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဘုရားအဆုံးကတော့သက်ဆက်ပြီးနေဘဝမျိုးမှာရှိဘုံဝိဆရာတော်အရှင်ဒီလာနန္ဒဖြစ်ပါတယ်အာရုံဆရာတော်ဘုရားသုံးပါးအားလည်းခုတွေ့ရတာဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဒီဘက်ကဆရာတော်သီရိလာဖြစ်တဲ့အတိုင်းရွှေစင်တိပိကဆရာတော်ဗဒန္တာကကဏမာလာလင်္ကာရပါဒီဆရာတော်ဒီဝရကဆရာတော်ရဲ့ပြဖိတ်ချက်အရဒီဆရာတော်သုံးပါးကြာရောက်တဲ့အတွက်အဲ့ဒါဘုန်းကြီးတို့တရားတော်မှာပေါင်းဖို့ပြောခွင့်လူရန်ခွင့်ရခြင်းလည်းဖြစ်ပါလေဒီပွဲကြီးကိုတာဝန်ခံပြီးတော့တာဝန်ယူတဲ့တရားတော်ဥမောင်မောင်တို့သက်နိုင်တဲ့သမီးနာမည်နာတို့မိသားစုပြီးတော့အခြားသောအလူရှင်များရဲ့ဝမ်းဝဲကူညီမှုကြောင့်ယခုလိုပူဇော်ပွဲကျောက်စာဓမ္မစီရီလူကံပွဲကြီးကိုကျင်းပနိုင်ရင်ဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဘိစေတကအနေနဲ့ဘုန်းကြီးအညပါပဲ
ဆရာတော်တန်ခါပရှင်ဒီနေ့တို့ဗျာညမောတရားမှာများကုသိုလ်မင်္ဂလာများဖြစ်ပေါ်စေခြင်းကြိုးပါတေတရားတော်များကြီးမြတ်ပြီးတော်မူပါရဲ့ခြေတော်ဥက္ကယုတိစွာရှောက်ထားတောင်းပန်ပါသည်ဗျာ
ကြွားရောက်လာကြတဲ့တရားဓမ္မများအားလုံးကိုယ်စိတ်နှပြကျမ်းမာချမ်းသာကြစေဖို့ဘေးတန်တရန်တွေအန္တရာယ်ခတ်သိမ်းနေကင်းကျင်းကြစေဖို့ကောင်းကျိုးချမ်းသာမင်္ဂလာဒုက္ခစီးပွားဥစ္စာတွေတနေ့တခြားတိုးတက်ကြီးပွားကြစေဖို့ဆရာတော်တို့ရဲ့မေတ္တာအထူးအဖြင့်ဝေါပပိဆရာတော်တို့ရဲ့မေတ္တာကိုခံယူကြရမှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်။ဒါကြောင့်အားလုံးယုံယုံကြည်ကြည်နဲ့ရိုးရိုးသေးသေးနဲ့တိတ်တိတ်ဆိတ်ဆိတ်နဲ့ဆရာတော်ရဲ့မေတ္တာကို Kayu Java, Tagara Mapam to the Kondo, Medanta Chimien of Bupapia. Tabanda Zagawali do Atara Gizando Devada. Tadama Monira Zata Donando Naga Maugada. Damadwana Galo Ayambadanda. Damadwana Galo Ayambadanda. Damadwana Galo Ayambadanda. Namo Dada Bhagavato Arado Dhamma Buddhata. Namo Dada Bhagavato Arado Dhamma Buddhata. Namo Dada Bhagavato Arado Dhamma Buddhata. Yada Nubhavado Yaga Nivada Tindi Vedana. Yami Siwa Nuyozando Radingi Wa Madandito. Duga Numanito Do Sababangin Sinabadani. Ewa Mani Guno Bindam Baridan Dambanamae. Karaniya Madagudalina Yanda Dandam Badam Vidamisa. Tago Azusa 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 Tapuro Nadimani. Ananda Goza Duvarosa Abaki Zosa Tanauga Opti. Tandainariosa Nibagosa Abagamo Kulidoa Nadukido. Nasa Goda Mazare Genji Yena Winyumare Ubawareyo. Dukino wa kimino hondo tabadada boando dokidada. Yegi simana buddha dinada wadawara wadnawadida. Igawa iwa manda misimara taga nugadula. Dedawa iwa adeda iwa dure wadandi awi dure. Buddha wa Dhamma Vendi wa Dhamma Dada Bwando Dokidada. Nabarambara Nigo Beda Nani Menyeda Gata Zina Genje. Yarodana Manigante Nyaninya Minyata Doka Mesia. Madayada Niyam Buddha Mayuda Ika Buddha Madurage. Ewa Mindava Bude Do Manada Bavaye Abari Mana. Medeza Namalo Gandami Manada Bavaye Abari Mana. Odano Zadirienza Adabada Vida Madabada. They danzara ni they know what they are no Yawadanda Vida Medo. Edanda de dea Yama Mida Wihara Mida Mao. Edenza Nubagama Dila Wanda Nina Tambano. Kaminu Inea Gida Naiza Doga Badia Bunare Dim. Inimino Vagawa Arahanta Mata Buddha. Wezazarana Dambano Dugadolo Gawido. Anodara Murida Dhammadarani. Nada Dewa Manodana Buddha Bhagawa. Dvagano Bhagavana Dhamma. Dande Digo Agaligo. Emanigo Omanigo. Bezadawiri Dabo when you him. Nomanimano Bhagavado Davagadanga. Uzamanimano Bhagavado Davagadanga. Jayamanimano Bhagavado Davagadanga. Lamese Madibano Bhagavado Davagadanga. Yadidan Sandari Murida Yugani Adamurida Bogala. Ina Bhagavado Davagadanga. Ahuniya Mahuniya. Daginiya Izali Garaniya. Anodara Bonya Gidan Logadam. Ewa Buddha Narandana Dhamma Ginza Bhagawa Vayawa Samida Dhawa Loma Ando Nayadadi Yano Nimeda Owa Mingalenza Yosa Mana Bodha Guna Dada Do Babango Dandumina Aganda Bodha Nuba Wina Wina Damindum Yano Nimeda Owa Mingalenza Yosa Mana Bodha Guna Dada Do Babango Dandumina Aganda Dhamma Nuba Wina Wina Damindo Yano Nimeda Wa Mingalenza Yosa Mana Bodha Guna Dada Do Babango Dandumina Aganda Dhamma Nuba Wina Wina Damindo Bawado Nava Mingalara Gandu Dava Diwada Dava Bodha Nuba Wina Daradu Ki Bawando De Bawado Dava Mingalara Gandu Dava Diwada Dava Dhamma Nuba Wina Daradu Ki Bawando De Bawado Dava Mingalara Gandu Dava Diwada Dava Dhamma Nuba Wina Dadadu Ki Bhavantu De Adu Adu Adu
စီစီရဝါဖုတိဆရာတော်ရှင်ပညာကာရအားဓမ္မစကားဟောကြားပေးတော်မူပါရဲ့ခြေတော်ဥက္ကဋ္ဌရိုသေစွာဖြင့်လျှောက်ထားအပ်ပါသည်ခင်ဗျာ
Now we would like to respectfully invite Venerable Bhikkhu Paññakāra, our Walk for Peace Seattle, to kindly deliver the special Dhamma talk to our assembly. Venerable Seattle, please.
Namo Buddhaya, respected Mahasangha. Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? Peaceful? You sure about that? How peaceful we are? 100%. Wow. Since we open our eyes until now? Positive. That's hard to believe, but we try to believe, okay? Why I ask that question is because it's very difficult for us to maintain peace, okay, continuously. The reason behind that is because we always have unmindful thoughts. Just within one unmindful thought that could ruin our day, right? And so we just started this morning and you say that it's a peaceful morning. So let me see how many of you actually practice the peace message this morning. Please raise your hand. Okay, let me count, okay? Keep your hands up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 20, 25, about 40. Okay, let's say 50. Okay, it's more than yesterday. Okay, I guess because I reminded you yesterday. So this morning you started again. Is that right? Feel embarrassed of not doing it? Okay. So when we wake up in this morning, for those who not practice that way by writing down today is going to be my peaceful day, please let me know. How's your morning so far? Someone please raise your hand. Those who not write down this message today is going to be my peaceful day. Please let me know how was it so far. Since you woke up, since you opened your eyes and then you got here, and now we are here together. Please let me know. Don't be shy, okay? Let me know how was it. Yes. Busy? Okay, one. What else? Yes. So exciting. Okay. There are hundreds of you here not writing down, so please raise your hand and let me know. Exciting. Okay, you write down. Okay, but now I'm asking for those who are not writing down. Please share with us because this is the topic we are talking about. We're gonna talk, yes.
Feel good right now.
Feel good?
Anxious this morning to beat traffic to be here.
Okay, anxious to beat the traffic, to be here. Okay?
I'm writing down from my heart.
Oh, you write it with your heart. Okay. Anything else that is not beautiful? Who gets mad or angry this morning? Raise your hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I asked you earlier, nobody raised your hand, and now I ask straight to your heart, and you raise your hand. But I'm pretty sure there are more of you here in this crowd because you're shy. Okay? And may I ask why? Why you're angry? Why are you not happy when you woke up and when you get here? What's the reason behind that?
Don't have enough sleep.
Oh, no, not enough sleep. Okay.
My car was blocked in.
Your car was
Locked in.
locked in. Okay?
I'm being intimidated by lawyers from the studios here in Hollywood. I'm being harassed by my ex-boyfriend who's a narcissist, and I found illegal activity.
Oh, wow. So we have all kind of things in our lives, right? Different people, different way of living, and different challenges, right? So this is very important. This tells us, imagine without peace, without mindfulness, what we are going through. We're going through so much things in life. Just one thing, very minor thing, let's just talk about not enough sleep. That is so minor, right? But that can trigger our day. Guess what? You're not alone. Me too. Me too. So you're not alone, and I believe there are many of us here also. But it doesn't mean that we can be mad and angry and not happy when we're not getting enough of sleep. You know what? We've been slept for years. How many years? How old are you, sir?
Approximately.
58.
58. So half of that 58, you have been slept for half of that 58 years. Could be more than that, okay? And we still not feeling enough. We lack of sleep. Is that right? So how many more years that we are looking forward to sleep? We still have a very long sleep. which is when we pass away. We'll sleep forever. Okay? So while we're still alive, let's not try to sleep a lot. You know why? You know those scientists? Who are scientists here? So I try to stay away from you. Okay. Most of the scientists and all those who work really hard by researching things, they don't sleep a lot. That's why they come up with crazy things. Okay. The more they not sleep, the crazy they are. And I'm crazy that way. Just kidding. So when we don't sleep a lot, we have more time. We have more time to do more things. But when we sleep a lot, we lose a lot of times. Right? A lot of things that waiting for us, but we couldn't do it because we're busy sleeping. So how many of you actually slept the whole night and then when the alarms goes off, you hit the snooze button and go back to sleep? Please raise your hand. Okay, a lot. You see, because of sleeping, we need to sleep and we want to sleep, and then when the alarms goes off, we still wanted to go back to sleep. What if you cannot wake up after that snooze? What if you cannot wake up anymore? What's going to happen? Sleep for the rest of your life while you still have many other things to do. You haven't finished the statement, today is going to be my peaceful day yet, before you die. How sad it is. So who wants to go that way? Nobody. We want to die peacefully, right? And if we want to die peacefully, we have to get up and practice mindfulness. That is the reason why every time when we as Buddhists, for those who are Buddhists here, every time when you listen to Dhamma talk, every time when you go to the temple, the monasteries, you always ask for to do the 5 precepts again and the 3 refuse, right? To the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. Why? It's because you're afraid that you're gonna die without it, because you broke it many times. After you observe it, you broke it. That is why we keep on repeating it, asking it for again and again from the teachers, right? So in the morning when we slept and then we couldn't sleep, and the reason why we couldn't sleep, please let us know why you couldn't sleep. Why didn't you have enough sleep last night, sir?
Politics.
Too much politics? What is it has to do with you? You see, just one thing, and all of us have, not just politics. He have a problem with the politics, but what about you? Your kid doesn't listen to you. Your husband came home late. Anything else? Many more things that keep you away from sleeping. Maybe searching the internet, social media before you go to bed. Who does that? Please raise your hand. Who use your lovers, what I always say, which is your cell phone, before you go to bed? Raise your hand. Don't be shy because 90-something% of you. So, what are you searching for on that phone? Will you mind to share with us? No. What can I say next? Don't say that. Okay, let's forget about walk for peace. You can do that tomorrow when you wake up. I mean, not wake up, tomorrow, okay? Beside walk for peace, what else? Huh? Aloka? Can you please stay away from us? Okay. News, maybe, yes. Sport, okay, soccer. All those. And then what happened after that? You're too excited, mad, not happy because your team lose. Right? All that things happen. Then what? Our mind is full of thoughts. Defilements. Thinking of this and that. And imagine more to it. And now you try to close your eye. Okay, let's go to sleep. But then that team, that referee, and that ball is not going the direction that you expected. And now you keep lying there and close your eye and then roll it over and again throughout the night because of watching it. Because seeing so many suffering online, reading the news, seeing the news, and our mind is affected. And then we can't sleep. Is that true? Most of us gone through that already. And so, those are the reasons why we can't sleep and then we don't have enough sleep and then we become grumpy in the morning because lack of sleep. That is normal. That is normal. But we keep doing that. We keep on repeating that. So we suffer. We understand that watching the news, watching all those social media before bed would keep you up. But you're still doing it. Why is that? Why? Not enough time for you to do all that? Oh wow. Okay, if you have all the time in this world, you still not feel enough. To be honest with you. It's because you're attached to it. You have the desire of looking for things. Our mind is always head out. Remember? We always head out. We don't look back within. We are too busy heading out, looking for things. Ask yourself, those days where you have nothing to do, would you be able to sit still? No, right? Why is that? Because of this habit of doing things, looking for things, seeking for things. When you have nothing to do, then our mind will pop up one after another and asking, what can I do? Why he didn't text me this morning? What's going on? And things like that. We all keep on asking ourselves, and then you search for it. We head out, look for the things that you expect. That's what we are doing every day. Even though this life giving you time to rest, but you don't want to rest. You want to continue doing things that keep you away from practicing mindfulness. So when you are free, we are searching for things that with desire, attachment, and we cling to it. But why can't you sit down and look within to find your breath? Why can't you do that? It's because It is boring. It is boring by looking at your breath, aware of your breath, doing the boring thing. To be honest with you, meditation is the most boring thing in the world. Why? Sleeping, sleepy. Because our mind is always searching for things, it's always active. And then when we want our mind to stay still and calm and be empty, it doesn't like it. The mind doesn't like it because the mind is a monkey. The monkey can stay still or not? No. It always jump in here and there. So when we expect the monkey to stay still, it's impossible. Our mind is the same. It's jumping here and there thinking of this and that. But we expect our mind to stay still and be calm. That is the thing that we fail because it cannot be like that. But we expect it that way. That is why we cannot achieve it. And then when we cannot achieve it, we give up. Oh, this is so boring. This is not for me. Maybe it's for someone else, but it's not for me. That's why now you let go of that breath, go looking for food, go to the garden, go online, pick up the phone, and then dial your friend's name and then call and talk. All kind of things in the world you talk. You talk about the person A, you talk about the person B, you talk about that team, you talk about your husband and wife, you talk about your kids. Is that true? We keep on doing that. Then how can we have a peaceful day? Just waking up this morning and we already feel anxious already. Because we couldn't sleep through the night because of all those defilements in mind. We couldn't sleep. And then when we wake up, exhausted, tired, anxious, then where is peace? It's still there. It's just that you cannot see it. Why can't you see it? It's because you're too busy thinking about tiredness, sleepy, and so on. That's why you cannot see that peace. But it's already there. It's been with us. By the time you realize that, oh, I am full of thoughts. I am full of all kind of thoughts. I shouldn't let myself go that direction. Now, just look back within and take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Keep on doing that to calm yourself down. And then you cultivate on your breathing. Contemplate on your breathing. By doing so, your mind will settle down. Right? The thinking probably gonna be still there, but you're focusing on something else instead of tiredness, instead of sleepy. You're switching that concentration from tiredness and sleepy to your breathing. By doing so, you get more energy because of come back within, looking back within. And that is how you build peace within yourself. And then when you're ready, get a piece of paper and a pen now and write that down. You are practicing mindfulness, concentration by writing down, today is going to be my peaceful day, and then read it out with our eyes, read it out loud with our mouth. That is practicing mindfulness, practicing concentration. then you are not focusing in your tiredness and sleepiness anymore. Is that right? That is how we change every day. That is how we change our mind, how we train our mind, how we train that monkey to focus on one thing, which is positive things, not negative things. It's possible to train, just like Aloka. Where is he now? Okay. You still focus in him, right? That's why when I ask, that way, you see how sidetracked we are? And so we are switching our concentration every time when we see things, when we notice things. But if you be able to come back, then that is the right way. If you are not be able to come back, then we are keep going further, okay, to the wrong path. And so when I train Aloka, at first he doesn't listen because he's a child, playful, like to run, like to mess with people and other animals. But by telling him, Aloka, stay, and I say, Aloka, sit, stay, and I keep on training him that way. Later, when he see the other animal and see other people, he about to get up and run forward, coming after, I say, no, stay, then he would stay. Same thing, our mind. It's just like that. It's active. When it's active that way, but if we're not mindful to see our mind is so active, and we are not mindful to come back to settle it down, to observe it, then it's just gonna lead you anywhere it wants. Just like last night, my speech at the hotel, I said, we are breathing in and then we are breathing out, the hamburger pop up. When that hamburger pop up, you would add ketchup, would add all kind of things, salad and things to it, and fries, and then Coke or Pepsi or Sprite or something like that. We keep on imagination. That imagination mind will pop up and then add more things to that original thought. Right? Beside that, if you pop up with a holiday trip, breathe in and breathe out tomorrow, next week is holiday probably, let's just say, where are we gonna go? Just that simple question. And then you're gonna add, oh, my husband not gonna like that place, my kids not gonna like that place. And then what we gonna do, we're gonna sleep, and then what we gonna eat, so on and so on, so much stuff add into it. And then we are full of thoughts. You see, we always live with the future and the past like that. But where is your present moment, which is right now and here? We barely have this present moment. It's because we always head out. So in order for us to come back within, the only thing to support that is mindfulness. Breathing within your breath. It's already there. You don't need to borrow the other objects. It's right here with us. Just focus in it. Aware of each breath going in and out. Practice every day. But the most powerful way to practice every single day, that is so simple that anyone can do it. You don't need to be master of breathing, which is writing that down. Today is going to be my peaceful day. You know, I received so much feedback from the people who follow the walk. When they come to the temple to see me, they brought their notebooks. They show me every day, they write out that statement, today is going to be my peaceful day, and they date it. And I open page by page and looking at it, I ask, how was it for you by doing this? They said, it changed my life. It changed my life. That's what they say. That's what they respond. Not just one person. I'm talking about a lot of feedbacks like that. From a person who always anxious with things and who always worry and thinking and angry and following protests and following political things and all the politics things and all those. Now they gave up all that and just focusing in themselves. They live happily and peacefully. We can do all that, but knowing when is enough. Because who can save our life? Only ourselves. No one else in this world. Not the venerable monks, not the president, not the government, no one else, nor the Buddha. No one can save us but ourselves. So if you don't love yourself, then who loves you? Who would? Your husband said, I love you forever? Look straight to his eye and tell him, you lie. You know why? Because he will leave you. If you are not giving him what he expects, he will leave you. And if he get into like some type of illness, he will leave you. Opposite way, same thing, your wife. So all those are just temporary, not permanent. But you can live, you love yourself until you die. And after you die, because of that, because of loving yourself by doing all the wholesome deeds, you would have a better life next life. Is that right? Cause and effect. Without that, then we going to repeat ourselves like this, suffering life after life. And guess what? If we live with suffering, when we die, suffering. When we reborn, suffering, because that is cause and effect. When the time comes, right condition, we will have to get the results. Regardless of how much your family members love you, they cannot take those sufferings away from you. If you come to the monastery or to the churches and ask the priests and the monks to bless you and say something to you so that your suffering will go away, I'm so sorry to tell you that that would never happen. That is to ease your mind, but it's still there. We still gonna have suffer. So only you can shift yourself by practicing mindfulness, loving kindness, compassion, to live happily and peacefully. And so please, from now on, practice. Don't waste your time and effort anymore. We don't have much time left. Ask ourselves, how many times have we seen our loved one pass away in front of us? Suddenly. We encountered that, right? So we don't know how much time we have left. You don't know how much time your loved one have left. So utilize your time to live happily and peacefully with each other and yourself. That is how we build peace together to support this world to have a world peace. Not from us, but from all of us walking together on this path can make that big impact to this world. You see how many people walk with us on this path of peace? You have seen, right? Online millions of people continue walking with us on this path spiritually. And why is that? It's because it is meaningful. It is the most effective way to have peace for ourselves. And we have 7 to 8 billions of people on this earth. Imagine now we have, let's just say, 10 millions of peace followers already in practice. Let's just say that. If we keep on growing this way, adding million after million, then what's going to happen? This world will be much softer and kinder. We don't have to go to war. We don't have to go fight. This is how we build the world to be at peace. So let us all practice this way every day and don't waste your time and effort anymore. Please write down that statement. It is simple, but it is very, very powerful. Okay? If you don't believe in it, you practice, you give yourself a chance to try it out. Just like our Buddha said, don't believe in what I say. Okay? And don't toss it away yet. Take it, practice it. And then after you get the result, you choose to believe, to follow or not. But you have to practice, you have to walk on it in order for you to feel it. So try it out, give yourself a chance to change. Because it's been years that we are not doing that thing, but we are doing many other things which we suffer. So now we have a different way, simple, why not? Giving ourselves a chance to do that, then you will see how it turned out. And I wish you will take this seriously from here, okay? Thank you so much. What time is it now? 10:45.
Hello. We have special guest to question and answer.
How is Work for Peace different from Gandhi's non-violent peaceful movement? How is a Work for Peace different from Gandhi's non-violent peaceful movement?
Gandhi. I don't know how different it is. What's the difference between us? But any movement that towards peace is identical. Just a different way of spreading it. Okay? Our way is to walk, to raise the awareness of peace. That is our way. When we walk, we be able to slow down in a rushing world, right? We are rushing every day. Yesterday I already mentioned it. We rush out that door. We rush to work. We rush to eat. We rush to come home. We rush to cook. We rush to eat. We rush to clean up. We rush to go to bed. We rush to funeral. That's what I said yesterday, isn't it? We are rushing ourselves every single day. Now the walk is actually to show us that you can slow down. By seeing the monk who walk in single file line, people curious because they always rushing in so fast. So now they pause for a moment to look at the monks who walk, and now they hear the message, peace. The monks are walking to raise the awareness of peace. They be able to look back within. What am I doing? And then they will have an answer by themselves. That is how we raise the awareness to the people, actually to tell the people to slow down. Okay? So different group, different people would have a different way to spread it, to share it with the human, but that is our way.
Any question? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Hello. So I'm a teacher, and my first year I struggled really a lot in my first year. This year was much easier because I started following you at the beginning of the walk. I learned to be more patient, loving kindness, and most of all, mindful during my day. So when I started teaching this year and following you, I wrote down today's going to be my peaceful day every day in my same notebooks, 2 of them now. And I have it on my desk so that when I start my day with my kids, since I teach special ed, I'm reminded of what I need to be like to be an example to my kids. So I thank you for that, for being in my life.
Thank you so much. You know, her job teaching kids is the most difficult thing, right? Because different kids, different mindset. Okay, it's not easy. And most of the teachers get stressed easily, most of the teachers. And so that is one of the reasons why everywhere I go, if I talk at the school, if I talk with the government, I always encourage the government to apply mindfulness class into the school systems. If I have that power to make the rule, to change the rule, I would do that. You know why? You can answer that question because if they are mindful, your day and their day will be much, much better, and their schoolwork result of studying will be much better and way better. And that's the reason why they have so much anxiety when they grow up every day, because they cannot stay focused. They cannot. Growing up in this world nowadays, that's what's gonna lead them to. That is why I encourage the government, the school board to apply that mindfulness class and give them credit for that class into the school system, and this world will be changed because they are our future and they are the one who will run the world, the country later on. So if they are mindful, what's gonna happen? All of their people who live in their country will be much better.
Thank you.
I am so grateful that you visited to this monastery, and I would have one question. As a Burmese person and community, I have lived in the United States for a long, long time, but there are many, many violent people that happening around the world. I try to be peaceful as much as possible, but people who are having so much anger, jealousy, and power, hungry, are killing innocent people in Myanmar. And I feel where my peace, no matter how much I try to be peaceful, inside of me, everything that I'm hearing from the outside is hurting my peace of mind. And I cannot be so peaceful. I follow the peace all the time, but all my people are dying. And the coup government is killing and non-stop killing. How can I make the world peace? I want it to be peaceful.
I feel you, and I have answered this question before, and a lot of people, especially Burmese, come and talk with me about this matter. Myanmar have gone through so much challenge, fight between the Burmese community, the government, for many years, decades already, and still fighting up until now. up until now still fighting. We are the most grateful and lucky enough that we are not living in that situation now, but we are living in this side of the world. We feel the hurt of our people in Myanmar. That is so normal, and that is what we should have. Empathy towards all the people who suffer, and especially our own people. Nothing wrong with it. But we have to ask ourselves, all those suffering, and now we added more suffering to it by our mind. Would that help or not? Because when we have a negative thought, when we live with that negative thought, when we live with anger, ask your own family, would your family feel at peace when they surround you? Most of the time, no. Why? Because that energy radiated out, spread out. Whoever lives close to us, they will receive that energy. Once they see you angry, see you suffer, they cannot be happy. They cannot. We actually added more and more trouble into the situation by living that way. When we feel compassionate about our people, it doesn't mean that we take in their suffering and make it as our suffering. That is not the way of the Buddha teaching. Seeing people suffer, we feel it, trying to help, but we cannot take their suffer and make it as our suffer. If we're doing that, then we're just going to add more trouble into this situation. We wouldn't encourage people to do this. I love the Myanmar country. I love the Myanmar people. And when I stay in Myanmar, people always told me that I'm Burmese. I'm not Vietnamese. Looking at me, they say I'm Burmese. The way I live, the way I practice in Myanmar, and I know how people feel, and they're so lovely, okay? But at the same time, we have to understand, if we are the Buddhist followers, we should understand that there's karma. Karma in between, karma of each person and karma for the whole country, that when it's ripened, nobody can escape. Is that true? Yes. So I believe that the karma is already ripened, that people have to suffer this way. It's not that they have to, but they going to suffer because of the past karma in many previous lives, somewhere in this earth, in this world, that we created together. When we see in that as a karma, we understand that when we add more karma into it, cannot be solved. Instead, what we can do, which is the message that I always share, we need to create peace within ourselves and our community first. And then every day when we say that message, today is going to be my peaceful day, tell the universe that. It's because we've been spreading hate, anger, delusion, greed to the universe so much. Because of power, because of all kind of things, we spread it with our mind, that energy that I mentioned earlier. We spread it and the universe receive it. Once the universe receives that energy, what's going to happen? It will shower back down with disaster. All kind of problem. Then we are the people, we are the human who have to encounter it. We cannot escape when it comes. That is why the Buddha said, once we committed to the karma, the bad karma, and it's ripened, Even if we have the supernatural power to fly up to the sky, go deep down to the sea, or go deep into the cave, when it's ripened, we still have to suffer. We still have to pay off. We cannot escape. There's nowhere in this world for us to escape, to run away. The law, there's still gap and holes in it. But the law of karma, that nobody can escape. It's very fair. And so, when we say it's fair, it doesn't mean that we let our people suffer like that. It doesn't mean that way. It means that we should do something to support our country, to our people, by be mindful. Don't add more anger, don't add more negativities, energy into that situation. Because the more we add into it, let's say the situation about to settle down. Now, people started off by saying this and saying that. Now they have to fight again. Because everybody, when they have power, they always wanted to protect that power. They're afraid of losing it. Like us, yesterday I said, if you hold anything that is tight, you suffer, you tire. And once you lost it, you suffer double. Right? And so for us, we shouldn't add more anger into it. Instead, we practice loving kindness. We practice loving kindness and radiate that metta, loving kindness towards our country, all the people, regardless of they are military or not. It's the problem between military and the civilians, right? And so, regardless of they are military or not, they still a human being just like us. They also have defilements like us. They suffer like us. They hold in tight to things. We hold in tight to things. We suffer. They suffer. That is why they do the thing that they have done. And so, for us to help our country, please be kind. Because when you add more trouble into it, we still cannot solve the problem. But if we settle down, I think everything will follow us along. When I walk on this path of walk for peace, there are so many people saying that and this, that I shouldn't involve into the political things. No, I have never get myself into political things. Very clear. Buddhist monks, you have two things to practice and study. You cannot involve into political. That is the Buddha teaching. That's the rule. And I am working hard following that rule. Because if I take in shy, then I cannot share this message to anyone. Because I have that kind of my thought, love and not love. Right? That is hate. That is negative. Those are not the kindest thing in this world. So I keep myself in the middle path. That is why when people say, when you meet with the President Trump, what's going to happen? I say, what's the difference? He's a human being. And this message of peace is not just for the civilians. It's for government and for us and for everybody. That is the reason why you saw all those police badges on my robe. Remember? 405 pieces of badges from all different departments of law enforcement. Why I kept them on my robe? I want to show the world that not just us who seek for peace, not only us who walk along on this path, but the government also seeking for that as well. It's just that they have to work harder because keep on fighting back and forth. So my message is to support both sides to bring unity together for everybody to live in harmony. That is the Buddha teaching, and that is what we follow in and we spreading. So all of us, let's just walk in the middle path as the Buddha said. don't pick any side. We love everybody, but we don't pick side and then criticize and things like that, because you have your own wall that you need to fight with in here. That is the wall that we need to fight every day to keep us safe. Let's not talk about the outside wall, okay? Let's settle this wall first before we can settle the wall outside. Let us all do that, okay? And I will do my best, and all the venerable monks will do our best to whatever that we can to bring unity to the people in this world. Whatever that we can do, but cannot this world, but at least to show an amount of people. Okay, thank you.
Okay, sorry ပါအခမ်းအနားစီစဉ်ကိုအချိန်ကန့်သက်ရဒီမှာပဲရှင်းထားပါတယ် War for Peace ဆရာတော်များကိုဂုဏ်ပြုပူဇော်ပွဲနဲ့ကျောက်စာစေတီလူဒန်းပွဲသို့ကြောက်ချီးမြှင့်သောသံဃာတော်များအားအစူစာကျောင်းဆရာတော်ဥဝေတကအမှုထား၏သံဃာတော်များနှင့်ဝေယဝိဆာများပူဇာကျေးဇူးအထူးတင်ရှိပါတယ်ကြော်တာသောအဘိဓါပေါင်းလည်းကိုစိတ်နှပြကျမ်းမာချမ်းသာကြပါစေကျွန်တော်များယနေ့ကျင်းပပြုလုပ်တဲ့အခမ်းအနားကိုဒီကုန်းချုပ်ရုပ်သိမ်းရန်အတွက်ကျွန်တော်တို့အားလုံးဒီကဗုဒ္ဓသာသနာရှိရတဲ့တို့သုံးချိန်ညီပြပြညီပြပြရွတ်ဆိုပူဇော်ပြီးအခမ်းအနားကိုရုပ်သိမ်းပါပါတယ်
On behalf of the Azusa Monastery community and our respected Venerable Ashin Paññakāra and Shin Siaro, we would like to thank all the respected Sanghas visiting Venerable respected Paññakāra Siaro, Ashin Yarana Buddha, Shritongpin Siaro, Sacramento Siaro Nekabwa. We would like to thank all devotees, donors, and attendees for coming here today. Thank you so much. And then we would like to end this ceremony with, we are reciting 3 times of Buddha Sadhanam, Yidan, saying the truth 3 times, please.
Buddha Sadhanam, Siddhan, take the truth. Buddha Sadhanam, Siddhan, take the truth. Buddha Sadhanam, Siddhan, take the truth. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Please be seated until the monks leave the stage. Thank you.
Chúng tôi là người cho chị đi khám lúc ở bên nhà cả đi lễ ra bộ lại là đi đó bên mà chơi bài đi về đi đâu nhà mà về thay đi đi vào nhá rồi ticket đi đi ở đâu bên mà để khám nhà này đi đó đi vào nhá chỉ cái bài
Please be seated, and the volunteers will bring the lunch packages to you. Thank you.